Okay, so I've just purchased this All Pond Solutions. It's a hang-on filter, 600. This is the biggest version they do. This is going to be on a 30-litre fish tank, so obviously this is massive overkill. But I always recommend you get the biggest filter you can afford, because it just means that you'll only have to clean the filter out every now and then. If the smaller filter, you'll have to keep cleaning out more often. So get a bigger filter for your tank that's needed, and you won't have to clean it out as often. So I bought this off All Pond Solutions eBay shop. Brand new. I think it was around about £15, free postage. Delivery was in 2 days. This is the box it comes in, and they also box this as well to keep it nice and safe while it's being posted to you. So I'll just quickly show you the box. You probably know all this if you're looking at one to buy one anyway. 600 litres an hour. This one is for fish tanks up to 120 litres, and obviously my tank's 30 litres, so this will do more than nicely. Okay, so there's a you don't really get the instructions are pretty basic, but then again, this filter is so easy to set up. I mean, I'll show you what you have to do, but this is what you get. That shows you all the models, and you get a year's guarantee on this. As you can see there, it shows you how to put it on your tank, but it's really easy to do. And so I'll just move the box out of the way. So this is the filter itself. The only thing I had to put together was this tube, and it just clicks into place. You don't have to have this surface skimmer on it, but I have got an external canister filter from All Pond Solutions that has this on it, and these are brilliant. Gets all the dirt off the top of the surface of the water, and they really do work, and I haven't had a problem with it. So I'm going to have this on this one as well. So we'll just take a quick look. I have to try and do this with one hand. I'll just take this off for now if I can. Just makes it easier. So that's the pump at the bottom there. It is glued into place, so it's non-removable. I suppose if it ever does break, you could always just pull this off to break the glue and find another pump to put in place. It is a basic power head pump, so you'd be able to do that. So I'll just stand it up, and one of the pads have fell out, so I'll just put that back in. Okay, so the water comes up this tube. This controls the flow of the water coming out of the filter. Well, it actually controls the flow going into the filter, but obviously it will control it going out. So the pump's down there, and it actually blows it out round that ring there, and then the water rises up and then goes through this sponge and then through here and then trickles over the top. Same with the other side. So yeah, you just basically put this on the edge of your tank, fill this up with water. I think it's to about that level there, and then turn it on, and it'll work straight away. So the design of it, really, this is obviously catches all the big bits of dirt, and then this is your polisher, and these also have carbon inside. Now they recommend on the box that you replace these. They just slide out like so every 3 months, because the carbon can release toxins back into the water after about 3 months. So they expect you to buy replacement these, and obviously another on the other side every 6 months. they've got no chance. I mean, you can if you want, but I ain't paying that. What I'll do is after 6 months is I'll rip all this material off, take all the carbon out of it, and then I'll just slide this back into there, and then I'll just use my own polishing material and put it in there, and just use that as a separator. So that's what I'll be doing. Now you could put ceramics in here, fill this up with ceramics to get a bit of biological filtering going. The only problem with that is obviously this is where the water comes in, and this is where all the dirt's going to first come in, and then it's going to go into your ceramics, and you don't want dirt building up on your ceramics. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to cut some of this sponge up and put it down here, and then put my ceramics in here where this black sponge is. So I'll just put that in there. There's two positions you can have this. As you can see, there's grooves there. So I'm going to have that there. I'm going to put this. I'm going to cut this to size and put it in there. So obviously this catches all the big bits of dirt that I can just then pull out of here to clean. Then the water's going to rise, and then I'm going to put some of this white polishing stuff in here, and then I'm going to put my bioballs this side, and obviously the same this side. So the water comes up into this black stuff, which catches all the big bits of leaves and dirt and stuff, and then goes through the white polishing material that I'm going to have in there, which I just get pillows. I buy cheap pillows because it's the same material and it's cheaper. So I'm going to put some of that white polishing stuff this side, and then this side I'm going to put my ceramics in there. So then obviously the polisher polishes the water, and the water's nice and clean to go through your ceramics. And obviously your ceramics will stay nice and clean with good bacteria on. So the build quality. The build quality is okay. No sharp edges, nice and neat, no marks on it. Mine did come with bits of fluff on it, but I will be rinsing this anyway. Now the top of here, there is some traces of glue, as you can see it there, some white stuff here where they've connected this. Whether this is just the one I got like this, or whether they all come, I don't know. But it's not bad. Plastic's pretty thick as well, it's nice and solid. So once you've finished cleaning it or whatever, you just pop this back on. It would help if I had it the right way around. There we go. And it fits all the edges nice and neat. And obviously that's where the water trickles back out. So yeah, all in all, it looks very good filter. You've got these here that you can move in and out, so you can obviously, when this is on your tank, like so, you can tilt it like that to get it nice and straight. Now, one thing to bear in mind if you get one of these filters is if your fish tank's got a lid on the top, then you are going to have to cut the lid. All my fish tanks have lids on, so I'm going to have to cut the lid so this can go in into the tank, which is not a problem. It's easy enough to do. You can use a pair of scissors on some fish tank lids that are that thin, or you could use a Dremel. I'm going to use a Dremel because I've got one, so it's easier. Or you can just use a little hacksaw to cut the plastic of your lid. So I'm going to install this now on one of my tanks. It's already got an external canister filter on. Reason being is obviously my tank's already cycled, so the good bacteria will be able to build up in this filter a lot quicker because it's already in a mature tank. After about a few weeks of this running in that, I'll then put this on a new tank, which is going to be that one. But I've got a lot to do with that. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just go install this now on my fish tank. Just power it on. I'll just show you it. I've just turned my other filter off because that's what you can hear trickling. Right. So this is the sound of the filter. So that's not bad. Once the lid's on the top, you should barely even hear that. As you can see, it's all running now. Good water flow. You can actually control the water flow. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah. So that's barely off that. Barely on. You can see. Gotta be careful I don't drop the phone in my fish tank. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Be an expensive video. Let's turn it on full. Yeah, it's good flow rate that. So I'll just quickly show you. I do recommend you do the modifications to this filter like I did. just because that's how a filter is meant to filter. I suppose you can leave it how it is when it comes, that's up to you, but if you want the best out your filter to perform the best, then I strongly recommend you just do what I did in the video, because it really is worth it. I'll just quickly go through what happens then. The water comes out, comes up into this tube, down into there, and then it flows. It rises up through this black sponge that we cut to size around this tube, squeezes in there nicely. This picks up all the bits, all the large bits, like bits of muck, bits of leaf, stuff like that. Then once it's passed through that, it will then go into here, into what people call the polisher, which takes out the smaller bits that didn't pick up, and then it goes through here, nice and clean water, no bits in, through your ceramics, and then obviously good bacteria grows on your ceramics, which takes all the toxins out of your water and then back into the tank. And obviously it's the same for this side as well. As you probably saw in the video, I took some ceramics out of my external canister because they're already matured, so it just helped the whole process go nice and easy. That is the surface skimmer. It also rises up and down with the water level, and these really do work. I mean, this is the one on my external filter there. I don't know if you can quite see it. That filter's off at the minute, but they really do work, and it gets all the muck off that floats around on the surface. So yeah, it's all working, nice and quiet. You've got a little buzz from the pump, but you get that with every filter, I suppose. And that's just another filter there I'm maturing for another tank, because this is the oldest tank that I've got, so it all helps to mature filters nice and easy. So yeah, that's it. And then when you want to clean it out, I reckon I'll only have to clean this out once a month, if that. And all I'll do is I'll take these sponges out, pull them out, rinse them in some tank water in a bucket. I'm going to do a water change, and I'll put them back in, and then I'll take all this out and do the same to this stuff, and then put that back in, and then I'll just leave that. Now these separators here, they've got carbon in the middle, wedged in between this white stuff that they've put on. After about, they say 6 months, you're meant to replace them, so I'll just take all this off and take the carbon out, and then just put this back in and use it as a divider, so I can take this stuff out without my ceramics falling into it. It just makes it easier to clean it then. So yeah, I recommend you do this. If you've kept fish before, you'll know yourself that this is how you're meant to filter it. You know, big bits, then finer bits that that sponge can't take. That polishes the water, so there's no bits in it, and then goes through your bowls, because you don't want bits of dirt and leaves getting stuck into your ceramics, because that's got good bacteria growing on it. So yeah, the size of it is pretty decent. So yeah, it seems okay. If anybody's interested, what I've got in this tank, it's just cichlids. I'll just quickly show you. There's one of them there. And yes, that is a cup. And no, I didn't drop it in by accident. Got a load of, look, there we go, there's some more fighting going on, look. I've just put that cup in there to introduce a new object, and it's meant to stop fighting, but obviously it's not working. I'll have to add some more fish in there, and that'll hopefully stop the fighting. So yeah, there we go.